Can you ask people to turn off their phones?
Give it a shot. Yeah, it might. Coming from all over, isn't it?
It's all over.
Yeah.
They're like trying to spray a fly. I reckon it's
Probably those ones over the
bits that
basket.
extend up here because they bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They move more than any other part. Sounds like you've solved it, but I think the wind's just
Yeah,
stopped.
I think as soon as the wind picks up, it's.
Hi, darling. Good. How are you?
We'll see. Must be at the end.
Bravest all the night.
What did you say? I don't. Really just move this further. Use my big voice and to get people to... Oh, I guess they're coming. I don't want people to be melting. It's going to be hot there. I'm fine in the shade. Right?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot warmer and nicer over here.
I know, it was raining when we left. Yeah. Okay. Least I'm in the shade. You guys are going to roast. You could almost, like you could almost use the little bit of shade that's around there. I reckon that's pretty, yeah, whatever guys, so it's comfortable. Yeah, that does. Love it. It's great. Okay, folks, we'll get started if that's okay. Please make sure you can hear me. If you can't, you'll have to come forward a little bit, thank you. And please be as comfortable as you can, using any shade you can find. Kia ora koutou, warm greetings to you all. We're here today in Karen's home, her sanctuary, to do a very, very difficult but important thing. We are here to acknowledge that she has gone, to give thanks for her life, and to support one another in this grief. My name is Kylie, and I was a friend of Karen's. As a wedding celebrant, she asked me 3 weeks ago, over a catch-up phone call, to officiate her farewell service. After a little bit of a silent pause and initial shock, I accepted, and standing here today, I really do feel honoured to fulfil her request. Because we're in Karen and Richard's family home, just a few notes to make sure everything runs smoothly. Please double check your phones are on silent so we can stay present. There's a couple of toilets inside, and the plan is that we'll share stories here beside the apple tree where Karen specifically chose for this occasion. Afterwards we can enjoy some mingling, create your trademark on the casket if you haven't done so, and enjoy some kai and a cuppa. Today is about Karen. It's informal, it's personal, it's full of love, just the way she wanted it. It's okay to cry, it's okay to laugh, and it's okay to just be quiet. To settle our space and acknowledge the land we stand on, I'd like to open with a karakia, something that Karen was quite proficient at. This karakia is called Kia Hora Te Marino. If you don't know it, that's fine. Kia Hora Te Marino. Kia whakapapa ko namo te moana. Kia tere te karo hirohi e mua i tō huarahi huye taikie. Thanks, ladies. I'm getting in first with my personal tribute to sort of set the tone. So I'm just going to share with you my connection with Karen first and foremost. Karen became our work colleague, or my work colleague, in 2013 when she joined the culinary team as a chef tutor. Her and I shared an office that we nicknamed the Fish Bowl. For 6 years we shared our joys, worries, advice and complaints in a safe space that never left those four walls because Karen could keep a secret. Karen was given the chance to build a bakery program from the ground up, a course she then taught on for many years. She guided so many students to graduation that she built lasting bonds to this day. Former students still reach out to share career milestones, travel photos and pictures of their new babies, and I believe there is maybe 1 or 2 students here today that she helped to graduate. As a colleague and friend, I learned these things from Karen. Damn, she could keep a secret. Nothing escaped her lips. She could be entrusted with the most personal information and never spill. That exercise was best built into your day, not looked at like a chore. That woman, she claimed she could do an 8-minute plank. She was religious with her boot camp, and I know she made some incredible friends through her boot camp and exercise groups. Something else I learned, there was no such thing as being too organised. She would often spend Sunday preparing lunches and meals for the week ahead. Richard, you are going to miss that. In a work sense, she was super organised and was down to the detail. And she could also surprise you, organising pole dancing for her group of friends that had wrapped support around her while she went through chemo. Did not expect that. In 2021, we walked the Tongariro track together, first time for us both. She surprised me with her pace, even with a diagnosis of diverticulitis, which was clearly wrong. She surprised me with her appetite for a massive steak the night before the walk. I didn't surprise her with me drinking 3 massive glasses of wine the night before the walk. Not long after that walk, she revealed her cancer diagnosis, and I asked her, "What does your future look like?" She responded, "Kylie, I know you can research, and I'm sure you've already done some digging. You will know the answer." And yes, I did. I accompanied Karen to a couple of her chemo sessions, a precious time of sharing and reflecting. We played golf together on occasion, and it was really pleasing to hear that she was still playing golf with her dad Barry up until the last couple of weeks, literally, this year. Karen and I talked a lot on the phone, hour-long calls about everything in our lives. Those I'll miss a lot. But I will treasure those long conversations. She was an amazing listener, and she always had sound advice mixed with a hint of realism and a matter-of-fact perspective. I also know she would be pleased with the service today. True to form, she left just enough instruction to ensure her family could create exactly what she wished for. So I'll see you in the next phase, my friend. And now if I could invite Ange, Karen's mum, to come up and deliver the eulogy, that would be amazing. Ange?
You can ask me to, Kylie.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm going to do my best with this, guys. I said to Richard, yeah, I can do this, and right up until this morning. So if I can't, Kylie's going to step in for me. So Karen entered my life just after 4 in the morning on the 27th of September 1976. Right from that moment, she was clear about the staunch and determined human she was going to share with the world, and I think Kylie has alluded to that. Her first few years were spent in Taranaki before her dad and I dragged her off to the King Country, where she began her primary school years, punctuated by a few more years back in Taranaki before our family made the big move to Tauranga, the place she came to call home. It was at Brookfield Primary that she met her lifelong friend Kyla. Where are you, Kyla? Those two were inseparable back then, a relationship that's endured throughout the years. When Karen was 9, her brother Graham arrived. She loved him from the first, as she did to the end, and was never short of the big sister advice when needed, or not, as the case may be. I know how much they both treasured their time reconnecting in Bali last year. Karen wasn't much of a one for school, taking the first opportunity to abandon Tauranga girls that presented to her. Her dad and I had told her she couldn't leave without a job. Challenge accepted. And there began her career in cookery, kicking off at the Sits Club in Tauranga before going on to gain formal qualifications, cookery qualifications. Within a few short years, she was off on what turned out to be a long and amazing overseas adventure. She travelled extensively, working in top restaurants in many countries, from Australia to the UK to the States, including a stint catering for the super wealthy as a private chef in the Mediterranean, and the stories from that. Yeah. Learning to dive, exploring and immersing herself in the local scene wherever she was. Man, the stories she told. Backpacking by herself in Turkey was something her mum maybe didn't need to know about. I don't know where she got it, but her confidence never ceased to amaze me. She loved her time travelling, but eventually returned home to embark on the next phase of her career, sharing her passion for food and cookery with young people in the Manawatu and later in the Bay of Plenty. Her work came to a close in academic quality assurance at Tauranga Polytech. This was a time she cherished, not just for the work, but for the amazing people she met and worked with there, and I know that you're here today. Many have remained friends since and are here to say goodbye to a loved friend and colleague. I don't intend to make it sound as if work was the be-all and end-all of Karen's life. While her career was important to her, it certainly wasn't what defined her. She built and enjoyed a committed and caring marriage and home with Richard. She loved you dearly, Richard. And their family was completed a decade ago with the birth of their son, Alex. In several of our conversations over the past couple of months, she told me that her family and home, and especially her Alex, were far and away the best thing she'd ever done in life. She loved her Alex to the greatest extent possible and was and is so very proud of him. Knowing she was going to be leaving him was her deepest regret. She approached everything she did with passion, enthusiasm, courage and commitment, whether that be destroying the neighbour's fence with her first motorbike, straight giving her dad and I heart failure straight down the driveway, to paddleboarding with the Pink and Steel crew, or mastering the Tongariro crossing with Kylie. You mentioned that, Kylie. Did you mention that you almost missed the bus?
Yeah, we ran.
Yeah. Or heading up the river for a swim with Alex and Belle after school on hot days. She dedicated herself to building awesome family members with amazing holidays with Richard and Alex, cruises, overseas holidays, hanging out at the Batch in Mangakino, and very cool camper van adventures around New Zealand. She loved her rounds of golf with her dad, even if life busyness meant these didn't happen as often as she wanted. Christmas holiday rounds, Barry, at Mangakino, just her and you and the sunshine, were a particular joy for her. These are just a tiny fraction of the memories we will all treasure. Karen was loving, kind, caring, compassionate, determined, and so very brave and strong, striving to the very end to make sure everyone around her was okay. She loved her friends, and they loved her. She loved the amazing woman she met through her support groups, especially Pink and Steel, and they loved her. She loved her family, her Richard, and her wee boy Alex, and they so love her. She loved her wider family, her uncles, aunties, cousins, and her mum, dad and brother, and we all loved her just as much. I, for one, am incredibly glad to have known this amazing woman. I'll miss her. I know we all will. But I'm grateful she's at peace now. Rest in peace, my girl. Your suffering is at an end now. We're also very, very proud of you. I'd like to end with the following message that a friend sent through to me when she heard of Karen's passing. This is an English translation of the original Te Reo version. To you, beloved one, rest in love in your forever bed. May you rest easy now. Leave behind your loved ones to cry for and remember you. Take with you their pain and sorrow beyond the veil of darkness. Until we all meet again. Go to your forebears who've paved the pathway for you. There they await your arrival. Lie in love in the arms of your Creator, and may peace be with you. Farewell, farewell, farewell. Love you, my girl. Rest in peace. Thank you.
Alex, do you want to come up and light the candle before I forget? And have you got a lighter? didn't want to say anything, eh? No. Hopefully that lasts. Kyla, are you ready to come up?
It's okay, Vince. Karen wasn't just my best friend. She was my family and my sister. And I'm so incredibly lucky to have had her by my side as we journeyed through life together. I first met Karen at primary school. And even though I didn't know it then, that moment changed my life forever. We grew up together and she was there through the ups and downs, good times and bad. One of my favourite childhood memories is when they had puppies and we decided we were going to be magicians. We put the puppy in the cupboard and all it had to do was move to the other side. It didn't happen. There were lots of laughs. Karen was the person I called for everything. When I was celebrating, overthinking, crying or just being dramatic. She knew all my secrets, my flaws, my fears. Talking with her was easy. She was my safe place. When I told her I was getting married, even though she was on the other side of the world, she said she would be there, and she was. Her plane arrived the day before the wedding, and we rushed from Auckland to Tauranga so that we could organise dresses, shoes, and then the rehearsal dinner, followed by a late night of catching up. She must have been exhausted, but she all did it with a laugh and a smile. It was like she'd never been gone. When Richard came into Karen's life, you could see they were meant to be together. You could see the love they had for each other. They shared so many adventures together, and then Alex, her cheeky little monkey, was born, and their family felt complete, though their adventures never stopped. When I had my daughter, Karen became the most amazing aunt to her and doted on her. As Emily grew, Karen was a constant in her life. And when Emily decided to go into baking, something they shared, Karen was the one she talked to. Funnily, Emily ended up working at the Tauranga Citizens Club, the same place Karen had started, and doing the baking course that Karen had started. Karen was the most amazing, loving, courageous, loyal and honest person I ever met. She cared deeply, loved fiercely, and gave so much of herself to the people around her. She made everyone feel safe, understood and valued. She stood by the people she loved, and she gave them her everything no matter what, and it was my privilege to be included in this group. Richard and Alex, she was so proud of you. Being a wife and mum meant more to her than anything. She loved you beyond measure. Her love for you was endless, and that love, along with all the memories together, will always surround you. Losing her leaves a space in all of us that can never truly be filled, but I know that the love she gave us, the memories we shared, and the lessons she taught us will stay with us forever. Karen, thank you for being my person, my constant, my sister. Thank you for every memory and every laugh. I will carry you with me in everything I do, and you'll always be in my heart. I love you.
Breaks your heart seeing Karen's bestie share those really awesome memories. So thank you for coming up and getting through that, Kyla. It was awesome. Next we've got Karen's sister-in-law Kate, who has written something, but I believe Sean will be reading that on her behalf.
Hello. For those who don't know me, I'm Richard's favourite little sister, Kate. I can say this because I'm her only little sister. I first met Karen when Richard went flatting. She just happened to be one of the flatmates. Next minute they were buying a house together in Rangitea and started making a life for themselves. And what life they have made. I'm so thankful that she chose my brother and our family to blend with hers. I couldn't have asked for a better sister-in-law, another daughter for mum and dad, a wonderful and dedicated wife to Richard, mother to Alex, and step-mum to Caleb. They were and are the light of her life. Everyone here today are here to celebrate Karen because she meant something to you all. For me, she was kind, caring, humble, honest, passionate, and a bloody good cook. I loved her cooking, and so did our kids. We were very fortunate to have been able to spend a bit of time with her over the last couple of months, which I'm forever grateful for. In January, we all went to Gold Coast, Australia together, and just a week before we were due to fly out, I was diagnosed with kidney stones. When I told her this, she rang so fast wanting to know what the doctors were going to do and what pain medication I was on, etc. Despite everything she was enduring and dealing with herself, she was more concerned about me. Karen, I still haven't passed those damn stones yet, either, by the way.
It's true.
When I found out they were expecting, I was so excited and told Richard and Sean, my husband, I would be there with bells on when the baby arrived. And yes, I was there within a day or two of Alex's arrival, not a week or two like they probably thought. Karen was still up at the birthing unit when Amelia and I made the road trip north, and I got my baby cuddles and helped settle them in at home. When it was time for Amelia and I to head back home, I told her I was only a phone call away if she needed me. Turns out she didn't need me because she found her rhythm and her new normal, and in time so will Richard and Alex. You've left a huge hole in our lives, but just know you boys are loved and are going to be okay. Your memories will forever be in our hearts.
And that's it.
How awesome that you guys got to go on that trip to the Gold Coast so recently, and I was just amazed at the fact that Karen went on some of the rides with you, so that's just so good, and that just shows the determination she had, I think, and I'm not missing out on this fun, so really pleased you have that memory forever. We've now got Karen's friend Vicky, who has something written. Thanks.
I am so honoured to be able to be amongst Karen's loved ones and share this celebration of such a wonderful, kind and amazing woman. I met Karen in Melbourne in 2016 on a mama camp, so thank you, Alex. It was the start of a beautiful friendship that I will treasure forever. Karen was a special human who made life so much better. She touched my soul and heart as she did with everyone. We will miss her laughter, her passion, her zest for life and her friendship. And as promised, this friendship will continue for years to come through our families spending time together in the future. So, Karen, you will always be with us in our hearts and minds. And until next time, as we always said before flying home, see you later.
Next, I've got a message from Rachel, Karen's longtime friend who's currently in Melbourne. Is that right? Yeah. Today we celebrate and honour the beautiful life of Karen, a devoted wife, a loving mother, an inspiring teacher, and one of the most incredible friends I've ever known. I wish I could stand here myself to say these words, but please know they are spoken with all the love in my heart. Karen wasn't just my friend, she was my person. We had our nicknames for each other, Mavis, and I, Doris. And from the moment those names were born, so was a friendship filled with the kind of laughter most people only dream of. Karen was the only person in this world who could make me laugh the way she did. Endless hours of laughter, the kind where your stomach hurts, your face aches, and for a moment the world feels light and simple again. Those are the memories I will hold on forever. She had a way of bringing joy into the room. Her humour, her warmth, her honesty and her presence made life brighter. But beyond the laughter, she was a woman of incredible strength and resilience. Karen faced her battle with cancer with a courage and grace that left us all in awe. She was strong, kind, thoughtful, and always thinking of others, even when she was facing so much herself. Karen was deeply passionate about teaching culinary arts. It wasn't just a job to her, it was a passion. She gave her work everything she had, pouring her heart and soul into inspiring the next generation. She has inspired so many students over the years, leaving a lasting impact not only on their skills, but ensuring personal growth along the way. Next to her family, her teaching was one of her greatest joys. She certainly taught me a few things, although my lasagna is still the best, Alex? Karen's greatest love always was her family. To Richard, the constant love between you was evident in every look, every word, and every quiet moment. To our beautiful Alex, you were her pride and joy, her heart walking outside her body. Everything she did with love for you guys, both. One of the hardest things she struggled with was leaving you both, especially before seeing Alex continue to grow into the amazing man she knows you will become. She is so proud of you, Alex. Please remember her love for you both will never fade. It will continue to surround you, guide you, and live within you always. Karen lived with kindness and intention, and she left this world better than she found it. While my heart is broken, I am so incredibly grateful to have had her in my life, to have laughed with her, to have learnt from her, to have loved her. She showed us how to live with strength, how to love deeply, and how to find joy even in the hardest moments. Karen will always be with us in the meals we cook, in the laughter we share, in the love of her family, and in every memory that brings a smile through tears. Rest peacefully, but also remember to fly high in all your next adventures, my beautiful friend, Rachel. That was nice. We are now open to anybody that would like to come up and share some memories or some thoughts. It doesn't have to be long. It's really nice to hear different perspectives from different people that she had connections with, so don't be shy, come up and let us know your connection. Thank you. Just come here so we can hear you.
I'm going to stand here.
So we can hear you in the
yeah,
live
okay.
stream. Just say who you are.
Oh God. It's hard for all of us sitting here today saying goodbye to someone so young. It's just, I don't know, I think today is all about getting to know you and what love you've left behind. And for Alex and Richard, I missed you so much. It's really hard to deal with.
Just introduce yourself, say who you are.
Oh, sorry, I'm Dr. Jarrett. I'm Karen's not niece, auntie. I'll get it right. Put all my toys back in the toy box, they say. Yeah, and I'm really, really glad that everybody's turned out to see a day like this. Thank you. Rest in peace. Go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Maureen. I've just got a couple of extracts from a poem by Warren Hanson, and it's called The Next Place I Go. The next place I go will be as peaceful and familiar as a sleepy summer Sunday and a sweet untroubled mind. Yet it won't be like any place I've seen or even dreamt of in the place I leave behind. I won't remember getting there. Somehow I'll just arrive, but I know that I belong there, and I'll feel much more alive than I've ever felt before. I'll be absolutely free of the things that I held on to, that were holding on to me. The body I once lived in won't be part of me at all, and I will finally be perfect. I will be without a flaw. I will travel empty-handed. There is not a single thing I've collected in my life that I really want to bring, except the love of those who loved me and the warmth of those who cared, the happiness and memories and the magic that we shared. I will cherish all the friendship that I was fortunate to find, all the love and all the laughter in the place I leave behind. All the good things will go with me, they will make my spirit glow, and in the light will shine forever in the next place that I go. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Stunning. Anybody else like to come up and... Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Justine Laidlaw, and Karen came to see me after her diagnosis seeking support as she began navigating her own healing journey. And as I'm a cancer survivor and a holistic cancer support coach, she knew she was safe to talk to me about the emotional, the mental and the hugely overwhelming challenge that it is. Little did we know at the time, however, that this beautiful woman lived just a couple of kilometres from me, up the road in our Oropi community. Over the months that followed, Karen joined one of the radical remission workshops that I was running online for those who were seeking ways for healing beyond conventional medicine. Very quickly, Karen became one of those special participants who not only showed up wholeheartedly for herself, but who deeply supported others, as it sounds like a common theme. She just loved helping everyone else. So across the 10 weeks together, as a group, we would often laugh, we would cry, and we spoke openly about the strange, confronting, and sometimes wonderful and weird things we were doing or experiencing to support the healing journey. When you are living with cancer, it can feel incredibly isolating. It's hard for others to truly understand what you are going through. And in that shared space, with people who genuinely understand, there is a kind of relief and liberation. Karen brought honesty, warmth, and quiet courage into that circle. She was a beautiful soul with a deeply caring heart, and it was truly a privilege to walk alongside her. I would also like to share a few words from one of the other girls who was part of that group, and that's Rebecca from Nelson, who would have dearly loved to be here today, but sadly she's farewelling her own mother today as well. So Rebecca will be joining us from the live stream. So in Rebecca's words, Karen blessed my life for the last 3 short years. But our radical remission connection meant our friendship was deep, honest, treasured, and gave us both such comfort. We agreed we'd come into each other's lives when we were meant to, and I'll forever be grateful for the times we spent together in Tauranga, Nelson and Picton, and for the many video calls sharing the good times and the bad. Karen's unconditional love for Alex and Rich brought her superhuman strength during her toughest times and will be forever lasting. Karen, the angels are so lucky to have you. Fly high, my beautiful friend. As my dear mum got her angel wings today too, please give her the biggest hug from me. I feel deeply blessed to have known Karen and to have walked part of this journey alongside her. May we honour her by loving more openly, supporting one another more generously, and remembering that even in the hardest seasons, the human spirit is extraordinary. Fly gently, Karen. You are so loved.
Somebody else going to come up? Come out of the sun.
Hi everybody, I'm Michelle. I was a friend of Karen's and a colleague with our quality team who are pretty much all of us are here. I have a few messages today, one to my friend Karen. I will miss you, my gorgeous friend, your adventure stories, your love for life, your family, your boys, your tenacity. You said it like it was, and you were very passionate about everything you put your energy to. Having known the journey you were on made me sad, but your strength and optimism gave me hope, the only one thing I could do to accept your hidden pain. Dance with the angels, my friend, they took you way too soon, and I'm really sorry we never got to have that wine together on your beautiful deck. A message for us all. Special friends don't leave us. They remain in our hearts forever. Forever reminding us to love life, be grateful for each day, and remember the beautiful moments we shared. Hold these as precious memories in our hearts and smile because we were chosen, blessed and fortunate to have Karen in our life. I have a small gift for Alex and Richard. It's made of hematite and it's a grounding stone, and it makes you feel more safe and protected. The symbol is a mania, which is a kaitiaki, like a guardian. It acts as a messenger between the human and the spirit realm, often seen as a guide between this world and the next. Its anatomy represents unity between the sea, the land and the sky, with the tail of a fish, a human body and a bird's head. This is to protect and stand, to watch over the family, something that could represent a pathway between you and Karen, who has moved on. Ko tahi te wairua kuanaro I te whenua, nare, ko te whitu, kura maratanga, ake te rangi. Excuse my te reo. Though the earth is one soul lighter, the sky is one star brighter. It's a reminder that our loved ones are always going to be around you and looking over you. Love you, Karen.
Anybody else like to join me up here? No? Last call. Okay. I just wanted to acknowledge the people that couldn't make it today, and one of those very special people I believe was your grandfather who recently passed away, so that's another tough few days ahead of you. Sorry to hear that, Richard. And there's many people that wanted to be here and for various reasons couldn't make it. So just the last formal part of the ceremony, the committal, and then a closing karakia. Better put my glasses on. Here beside the apple tree, surrounded by the things and the people Karen loved the most, we say goodbye, Karen. Thank you for the 48 years of light. Is that right? 48? 49 years of light you brought into this world. Thank you for being a mother, a daughter, a wife and friend. The silence you leave behind us is loud, but as we stand here, we are reminded that love does not end when the breath stops. Alex and Richard, you were the centre of her world. Her love for you both is not in the past tense, it is right here. It is in the home she made for you, the lessons she taught you, and the strength she gave you. You carry her forward. We now lay down the burden of Karen's illness. We lift up the memory of her joy. As you leave this garden for the last time, Karen, you take our love with you. Rest easy now. Moi mai rā, sleep well. And the closing karakia. Some of you, I think it's called whakataka te hau. Some of you might know it. Whakataka te hau ki te uru. Whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mā kina ki uta. Kia mā taratara ke tai. E he ake ana te atakura. He tio, he huka, he hauhu. Tihei, Māori ora. And please remember, everybody, you're welcome to sign the casket, which Karen really wanted you to do. So it's a, custom made one for that. And please stay for mingling and some kai and some sharing of some cool stories. So thank you very much. Okay. I thought you might like to take this pizza one day. Did you want to take that? Oh, you got it on. Did you recognise that?
We're getting recovered and we're going, yes. Now it goes darker. It's not the brightest.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them on the other side. She won't get a read. No, it won't.